Coding is the process of creating instructions for a computer to perform a particular task or solve a problem. It has become an essential skill in today's digital world. If you are a beginner, here are 100 lines on coding that will help you get started. Coding is not difficult, it just requires time and effort to learn. There are many coding languages, and you should choose one that fits your needs. You can learn coding online or offline, through books, courses, or tutorials. Start with the basics of coding, such as syntax, variables, and functions. Practice coding regularly to improve your skills and build your confidence. Debugging is an essential part of coding, so don't be discouraged by errors. Coding can be a collaborative process, so don't be afraid to ask for help or advice. Code commenting is crucial to explain what your code does and make it readable to others. Learn to write clear and concise code to make it easier to maintain and modify. Use version control tools like Git to manage your code and track changes. Code testing is essential to ensure that your code works as expected. Always consider security when coding, and avoid vulnerabilities like SQL injection. Follow coding best practices to write high-quality code. Keep your code organized and well-structured to make it easier to read and modify. Learn to write code that is scalable and can handle large amounts of data. Make sure to optimize your code to reduce execution time and improve performance. Debugging is a crucial part of coding, and you should learn how to use debugging tools. Learn to use libraries and frameworks to simplify your coding process. Document your code to make it easier to understand and maintain. Use code reviews to get feedback on your code and improve your skills. Write modular code that can be reused in different parts of your application. Learn to read and understand other people's code to improve your own coding skills. Practice coding challenges to improve your problem-solving skills. Learn to use data structures like arrays and linked lists to manipulate data. Choose the right data structure for the problem you are solving. Learn to use algorithms to solve complex problems. Use recursion to solve problems that can be broken down into smaller subproblems. Understand the concept of time complexity and choose algorithms that are efficient. Use object-oriented programming to create reusable code. Learn to use design patterns to solve common programming problems. Choose the right database for your application, and learn to use SQL to manipulate data. Learn to use NoSQL databases like MongoDB for non-relational data. Learn to use APIs to access data from external sources. Use web frameworks like Flask or Django to build web applications. Learn to use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build user interfaces. Learn to use front-end frameworks like React or Vue to build responsive web applications. Use testing frameworks like PyTest or Jest to ensure the quality of your code. Learn to use continuous integration and deployment tools to automate your development process. Use cloud services like AWS or Azure to host and scale your applications. Choose the right programming paradigm, like functional or procedural programming, for your needs. Learn to use machine learning libraries like TensorFlow or Scikit-learn to build predictive models. Use neural networks to solve complex problems like image recognition or natural language processing. Learn to use deep learning frameworks like Keras or PyTorch to build advanced machine learning models. Learn to use data visualization tools like Matplotlib or Table.